All right, all right. Hello, hello, everyone. Some of you were with me earlier because I did another video earlier today. And now I'm back. I got just I had to take a little bit of a short break because I had to put something on my stomach. Um, but I am back in the saddle, and we're gonna chop it up just a little bit more for this evening. We're going to talk about some fun stuff now. We got all of the serious stuff and all of that. We've been talking about supporting Grandmaster Jay. So now we're gonna get into some fun stuff. Um, I don't know if anybody remember, but before men started putting on dresses and calling themselves trying to be funny, there was a man by the name of Flip Wilson. I don't know if anybody, maybe I'm hoping that I'm not too old. I'm not too old to talk about it, but there was a man called Flip Wilson, and I will truly believe that he was the first man that I think I ever saw that put on a dress, and he called this character called Geraldine. And I'm telling you, this. I mean, now some people may argue. They may think that, okay, do you really have to put on a dress in order to be funny? Well, all I can say, I'm not here to judge anybody whether putting on a dress is can be funnier or not funnier, because everybody has their own opinion. But I will say this. Flip Wilson was very, very creative in however he came up with that idea. And another thing that was a myth, that they seem to think that when you put on a dress, that automatically makes you a drag queen, or it makes you gay, and that is so far from the truth. Now I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of history about Flip Wilson. Flip Wilson was probably one of the black men that hit the stage with the character called Geraldine, and his catchphrase is said, "Woo, what you see, is what you get, yeah." So I think he was the one that originated and came out with that little saying, and I thought it was so cute. But anyway, I remember when I was a kid, I think Flip Wilson on. I think it was on either a Friday or a Saturday, because I can remember me not having to go to school. I can remember me not having to go to school the next day. So It had to have been sometime on the weekend or at least close to the weekend. But anyway, now I do have a playlist of Flip Wilson. If anybody is interested, it's some of the best Geraldine skits. And he is just phenomenal. If you sit up there and watch him, um, you could do a comparison against, Tyler Perry and Martin Lawrence, but I'm gonna talk about them in a little bit too. Flip Wilson was born of 10 kids, and he was born to Clero Wilson Jr. That was his name. His first name was never Flip. It was Clero Wilson Jr. He was born December the 8th in New Jersey, and he died November the 25th in 1998 in California. Now, as history has taken, Flip Wilson was abandoned as when he turned 7 years old by his mother. Now, I was amazed when I saw that. I was like, he was, because usually, the mother is the one that really hangs around with, raising the kids. But it seems like from the story of history for Flip Wilson, he was raised by his dad because the mom said, "I'm out of here. I had these babies, but I ain't finna raise y'all. You got me messed up." So the mother, I guess you could say she skedaddled. Is Flip Wilson also played in the upcoming movie called Uptown Saturday Night. He played the Reverend, and his famous line. It seems like every movie that Flip Wilson played in, he always have a favorite line that makes him pop or make him stand out. He had a favorite like "Loose lips sink ships." And that was pretty much the best line that he had when in the night. I believe, yeah, it was the 1971 movie of Uptown Saturday Night. And I did another video because I was able to meet the entire staff, well, almost the entire staff. I did a video saying how I had met almost the entire staff of Uptown Saturday Night. You guys may want to check that out, where I had actually I met Richard Pryor. I didn't even know who Richard Pryor was. All I could tell you is that he was sitting in the dark, sitting on the steps reading a script. He was playing the part of the crooked private eye that jumped out the window. And matter of fact, that window that he jumped out of was on the third floor in the second back building where I lived when I was 5 years old. So that was kind of interesting for me to be chewing the fat with Richard Pryor sitting on the steps. I got a chance to meet Bill Cosby for the first time. And my daddy wanted me and my cousin Matthew to get the hell out of the bar because kids weren't supposed to be seen in a bar. But we were sitting up there. They were pouring us little shot glasses. We were having Coca-Cola. We had Coca-Cola in the shot glasses, acting like we were alcoholics. So, so my daddy was like, okay, I think the kids are getting in the way. And so Bill Cosby walked up to my dad and told me, he said, no, the kids are okay. You could, I wish I could show you guys the home movies of that. I mean, that was part of my growing up and my history when just to be able to meet Flip Wilson, Richard Pryor, and Bill Cosby. I didn't get a chance to meet Sidney Poitier because Sidney Poitier was making a scene. I think he was on the south side of Chicago making a scene at a place called Woolworth, sitting at a bar stool. So I didn't get a chance to meet Sidney Poitier, but I did get a chance to meet the rest of that crew on that video of Uptown Saturday Night. So anyway, Bill Flip Wilson had married twice. He has 5 children. Again, he had died of liver cancer in Malibu, California, at the age of 64. Now, I guess you can actually say that Flip Wilson pretty much opened the doors. I mean, during the time when Flip Wilson was around, you had Red Fox, and I'm just going to be honest with you, Red Fox really wasn't that funny as a stand-up comic. I have to say, Red Fox was more funny he only became funny, in my opinion, when he got on a program called Sanford and Son. Now that's when I believe Red Fox's career had taken off, but he didn't wear a dress. So anyway, Flip Wilson had basically opened the doors for, I guess it was an expression. And at that also at that time, I think slowly for surely, gay men, they thought that Flip Wilson was gay. Flip Wilson was not gay. I think it was an excuse for gay people to start to come out the closet and not be ashamed of being gay. I mean, I really think that that's what that pretty much was all about. And as you can probably see, now it's gotten to the point where not only is people are gay, but they also transgenders. You got transgenders, and you got people wearing the dresses, what they call them, drag queens. I mean that whole thing was taken to another level, basically. So, but as time went on, we started seeing another character off of in Living Color, with Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx played Ugly Wanda, and I do declare, y'all, Jamie Foxx was the ugliest woman I ever seen. I said, "Oh, boy, don't do that too often," But I will say that Jamie Foxx had the opportunity to make that into a sitcom for Ugly Wanda, and he just didn't take it because he felt that comedy was going into buffoonery. He really felt that comedy was beneath him, which I didn't understand. Now, again, and I've said this on other programs, that Jamie Foxx, he is excellent if you put him in an acting role. He has starred in a lot of different movies, but when it came to that stand-up comedy, get out of there. Jamie Foxx, that really wasn't his strong point as far as doing stand-up comedy, but he did a wonderful job as an actor and being able to do these variety of different types of characters, you see. So I have, he came onto the scene and he did Ugly Wanda, and then that opened the doors up even more. Oh my goodness. Then after Jamie Foxx came up with the whole Ugly Wanda, then we started seeing Martin Lawrence start to put a dress on. Martin Lawrence came to the scene with his own show called Martin with Shanae. Y'all remember Shanae? He was playing this ghetto queen that lived across the hallway and always got into it with Gina and her friend Pam. So Martin Lawrence decided that he was going to put on a dress, but he took it a step further though. He took it a step further. He went and did a movie called Big Mama's House. Now I don't know if you saw Big Mama. He did a Big Mama Part 1 and he did a Big Mama Part 2. And I say again, if you are interested in seeing some of the clips from all of these guys in the drag, I'm telling you, you got to visit my playlist under the description tab, okay? And just I'm telling you guys, get yourself a bowl of popcorn and just get to laughing because these guys are just off the chain silly. After Martin Lawrence, and see Martin Lawrence, you know what? Martin Lawrence is pretty good too. He can play. Martin Lawrence had did an excellent form of performances in his career as well. He wasn't so bad. He wasn't so bad as doing stand-up comedy as, like I said, with Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx was just lousy with stand-up, but Martin Lawrence was pretty cool. You can pretty much put him in a situation, and he's going to come out on top too. Now, the best thing that I love about Martin Lawrence is that he knows his place in whatever script that you give him. He don't try to override anybody. Like for instance, when he was playing in what was that movie? Bad Boys. That's it. When he played in that movie with Will Smith, he was the co-person, and he did an excellent job as being a co-person, and he didn't step on Will Smith because Will Smith was the person that was the one that was doing the do. But yeah, I love that about Martin Lawrence because Martin Lawrence, you can even put him, and he really, I really feel that they didn't give Martin Lawrence enough credit. They should have given that brother some awards for comedy because he was a rare commodity. You can take him out of a stand-up comic and put him into a acting role and he'll do just fine. And that's kind of hard to say for a lot of them. A lot of them, and oh yeah, and Chris Tucker. I mean, well, Chris Tucker is a exceptional comedian as well, but I never saw him in a dress. But I did see a movie with Chris Tucker where he played this gay person, and that kind of scared the crap out of me because I was like, "Oh my goodness, okay, you're scaring me right now, bro." So that kind of like changed my perception about Chris Rock. But anyway, Martin Lawrence, I'm telling you, Martin Lawrence is he was just a character. I mean, he was I like to consider Martin Lawrence as a well-rounded comedian because he was the type that, like I said, you could put him in a movie scene, but he's able to come back and get on stage and do a live stand-up comedy. And I'm gonna tell you something. I don't think he would be as good. I don't think if Martin Lawrence came back, and then he got those big those ears and them big old pop bottle eyes that if you look at him too long, you you be like, oh my goodness, he got these big old what they call goose egg eyes is what my mother used to call them. He said, you see that boy, that boy is looking through you. He ain't just looking at you, he's looking through you. So but yeah, Martin Lawrence, he was not afraid to put on a dress and play Big Mama. As a matter of fact, during the time that we were all down 2 years ago with the whole pandemic and all of that. I was in the studio. I was in the studio writing scripts and movie scripts, and I came up with two excellent scripts for Tyler Perry. But see, Tyler Perry had said, "Well, I don't think I want to go back into doing any more acting." But Tyler Perry then came on the scene after all of these other people came. I guess you could say, he started coming on the scene around the same time as Martin Lawrence and the other guy, Jamie Foxx. He came on the scene around that time, and he just took off with Medea. So Medea, Medea goes to jail. Y'all know the whole thing. I don't know. They say I don't know. I don't know which one would be the best movie for Tyler Perry, but I think my favorite movie of Tyler Perry is when he did the play, not necessarily the movie, but he did the play of Medea Goes to Jail, and he also did a play that I love, which was called, I'm trying to think of the name. Oh, The Class Reunion. And so I had written a script. Actually, I had written two movie scripts that would have been perfect for his cast, but he was like, well, but you know what? I'm not going to let anything stop me from getting my movies out. If I have to go find Martin Lawrence and put his ass in a dress to to make this movie, then I'll just have to do that because see, this is what I don't like about celebrities. Sometimes they get full of themselves. They feel like, oh well, I am the creme de la creme, and now I don't have to pay any attention. He ain't got. Tyler Perry has really got too uppity for me. And I don't know if that's because I don't know if that's because he hang around with Oprah Winfrey. And I'm sorry to say, but Oprah Winfrey is, she's first of all, she's not funny. Okay. And then second of all, I don't know if she's truly black. I don't know if Oprah Winfrey is black enough for me. Um, I hey, that's just my opinion. Um, I really feel that Oprah Winfrey had gotten so sedity, and Tyler Perry falls into that category too. Now, it has been a rumor that said that Tyler Perry is gay. I don't know if the man is gay or not, and personally, I really don't care. All I was really concerned about is the fact that he's great at what he does when making these movies, and I think the most emotional movie that he ever done was The Diary of a Mad Black Woman. That was emotional for me because I actually could see myself in that movie. I could see myself. I'm like, oh no, he didn't. You know how you get so emotional in a movie, and you be like, oh, boy, I wish a mother, I wish he would, you know. And the way, I mean, the scenes, the way that Tyler Perry put those scenes together for The Diary of a Mad Black Woman was just completely awesome. And so I don't really care that Tyler Perry wants to, wanted to put on a dress or do buffoonery type stuff. I mean, it was funny. I mean, hell, and to tell you the truth, I collected pretty much all of the funny ones. I think I was more. I think I collected more of his plays. I really couldn't really get off into Tyler Perry's movies, even though some of them was really funny. And Aunt Bam, Aunt Bam, I really love her. And he had some other sitcom type deals that he was also doing. Tyler Perry is an extreme talented brother, but like I said, between him and Oprah, and now they didn't pull Gail into it, and Gail is not black either, as far as I'm concerned. No, them people, they get into these uppity positions, and now they don't know nobody, you know. So, but like I said, I've always appreciated Tyler Perry, and whether he's gay or straight, I don't really care. That's his own private business. I'm just more about trying to see. I would really, really like to see more movies, or more plays with him and that cast, because he had an excellent cast with Cassie Davis and those people who he had with him. So, but if you guys are in the building, come on in, and if you remember Flip Wilson, tell us your story about how what about about any of these people that you remember. But like I said, with Tyler Perry was he was very interesting, and I have to give him credit where credit is due. Um, I really don't think that he should just turn the switch off and be, because I'm gonna tell you something. I don't care who you are, how long you've been out there on that platform. If you are no longer doing comedy, and you come talking about, well, I'm gonna go back to comedy after you shut it off for 5 to 10 years, it's not gonna be as funny. It's just not, and it happens to all of them. Um, I think Martin Lawrence was at his peak when he had made a movie called Nothing to Lose, and he made also a funny movie called Blue Streak, where he was hiding his diamond, and the diamond got stuck up in the police department, and he was the robber. He was the robber of that diamond and trying to find it. So I think if you sit up and don't do comedy. Oh, and another person who put on, well, I don't know if you consider Damon Wayans. I don't think Damon put on a dress. I think because people say that he put on that outfit called Homie the Clown. Y'all remember Homie the Clown? I don't ever remember Damon Wayans wearing a dress. I think he had on a clown suit, but I don't ever remember Damian Wayans. And they got a daughter. I forgot her name. Now she's honey. She is gay as a gay bird. As she is gay as a gay bird. But I will tell you this: one of their kids is funny as hell. I don't know who her father is in the Wayans family, but the Wayans family is a very talented family. They are, and I don't care what you put the Wayans family in, they're gonna come out on top. Especially Damien. Marlon. Oh yeah, I forgot Marlon. I forgot there was Marlon and Sean Wayans. Wait a minute, Marlon and Sean Wayans did a movie where they played in a woman's dress called White Chicks. Y'all remember that movie? Well, now, yeah. So wait a minute. Let me take that back. the Wayans brothers did wear a dress when they made the movie White Chicks, and that I will admit that movie, The White Chicks, is funny than all get up. So I have to take my hat off of them for that as well. Um, so if you guys are watching, come on in. We're all about having fun. We're all about letting our hair down, as if I could speak. I used to have a lot of hair, but now my hair is going into an afro. When I was in my 30s, my hair was like, towards the shoulder. But now my hair is like, it's like esterol. I'm finna get me an afro. I'm going back to the afro puff and get me a big old pit and a thing to do that. But thinking about all of the movies where men have put on a dress and were just extremely, extremely funny. Now, there is one comedian who made a statement. He was like, I mean, and he really, don't get me wrong, y'all. I love Cat Williams. I think Cat Williams is in his own, his own little space, his own little time. But he really, I mean, I don't know if you guys saw it, but he really dogged. I mean, he really dogged the male comedians, the black men comedians that put on a dress. But hey, it's like we used to always say, different strokes for different folks. So if you like it, I love it. And if it's going to make people, if it's going to bring joy to people with having some laughter, then I don't see anything wrong with it. Maybe Cat Williams has a male complex about the whole thing. I mean, I love Cat Williams, don't get me wrong, but he really, really bashed them, and he bashed them really, really good. So, but anyway, you guys come on in. Come on in. I don't want to be just sitting up here talking about myself now. Um but yeah, Geraldine with Flip Wilson, he really, I think he set the pace for all of these things that and you don't really see any of Flip Wilson's videos out as much as you do anything else. I wish they would play him a little bit more, and let him see that. I mean, he was something else. He was something else. So beautiful picture of Geraldine. Okay, in the chat, Deborah says, hello, everyone. And that is for everyone that is watching. I see a lot of y'all are watching, and it's okay. You don't have to come in the chat room. But we would like you to, just to introduce yourselves and tell me where you're coming from. And what is y'all's favorite comedians? Because we have a lot of I mean, there are a lot of comedians. Oh, another one. Well, no, I have to take that back. There is one comedian that outdo it for all comedians for me, and that is Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac was, and I'm not just saying that because Bernie Mac came from the city of Chicago, but Bernie Mac, as far as I'm concerned, him and if I had to pick a female comedian, I guess I would have to pick a, well, yeah. Now, see, y'all gonna say that I'm being prejudiced, but I like Adele Givens. It's a cross up between Adele Givens and some more. Yeah, those are my two favorite female comedians, some more and Adele Givens. And but then you got a lot of male. You got a lot of male comedian. And like I said, the best comedian in the whole entire world for me has to be hands down Bernie Mac. Okay, Bernie Mac don't have to put on no dress in order to be funny. Bernie Mac, you can give Bernie Mac the microphone, and he gonna handle his business. And another good thing about Bernie Mac, he tickles me when he plays in his movie. There was a movie called the Players Club. I don't know if you guys saw that movie, but Jamie Foxx and Lisa Ray had played in that movie of the Players Club, and he said dollar bill, you know. And so I just love Bernie Mac. So, who is your favorite comedian? Let me see. Now, Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor. Even I don't know. I can't. I have to say that Richard Pryor as a comedian Yeah, he was the one that virtually brought out people. He I think he made people feel comfortable with talking about the N word. He was really his whole persona was about bringing out that N word. So I don't know if I can really say that Richard Pryor was even that funny. Um, Red Fox was like I said again. Red Fox didn't really appeal to me as doing stand up. Red Fox was more like I said, his career took off when he got on Sanford and Son. Then you got Steve Harvey. Hmm. Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey. To tell you the truth, Steve Harvey really didn't become funny until he became more experienced in the game. When Steve Harvey had hair, y'all remember when he had hair and he would wear them old what they call them, yellow canary suits that he would be up there wearing. Steve Harvey really I call him a spot checker. A spot checker type comedian is when you say something funny every other third or fourth sentence or something like that. So Steve Harvey really wasn't that funny when he had hair. Steve became a lot more funny when he got on his own radio show. And and he has a nephew that was brought to the comedian type scene was what's his name, nephew Tommy. Nephew Tommy got became famous when he started doing prank calls to people and tricking them on the Steve Harvey show. So, and I went to see. I tell you, I support all of my comedians. I went to go support nephew Tommy, and that guy was off the chain. I got to tell you, he had I don't know how he did it. I don't know how nephew Tommy did it, but he did it back to back jokes. And people they were actually holding their stomach from laughing so hard with nephew Tommy. Who are some of the other comedians? Now that I'm thinking about it, you have okay, yeah, we mentioned Cat Williams. Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is so playful. I think I love Kevin Hart because and he played Cotton Ball in Pet Story. I had to go buy that cartoon twice because I love to hear him play Cotton Ball in that movie and the way he looks like he don't want nobody, he was a little feisty little fur ball. So Kevin Hart, I don't know who else. I mean, come on, y'all help me out here. Help me out with what are some of the other comedians? We had Ricky Smiley. Ricky Smiley was he? I don't know. Ricky Smiley is another one of what I call those spot checkers. He's a good comedian, but you have to really now he's good at playing an old lady. He's very good about playing the church lady. But as far as doing a stand up comic, nah, I have to you have to give and take on that with him. What are some of the other comedians? I see y'all got me. You got Chris Tucker. Oh, you got Eddie Griffith. Eddie Griffin has his way. What makes Eddie Griffin funny to me is that it's the way he look at his audience when he's trying to be funny. I think he has this stare, like I don't really give a fuck. Y'all ain't got to laugh. I'm just gonna still do the shit, and I'm still gonna get paid. Okay, so yeah, Eddie Griffin has a certain way, and my favorite movie with him and a combination of Cat Williams was the movie of Norbit when he put that PIT sign out there that said "Pimp in Training." I must have fell out on the chair laughing at that. I mean, and the way he did that church scene with him and that little twist that he does. So Eddie Griffith is funny, but he has a way of looking at his audience with those big old eyes, like, yeah, I wish a motherfucker would tell me I ain't funny. Be like, you know what I'm saying. So, Eddie Griffin has all of them really. Then you got Sinbad. Then you had another favorite one that you'll find in the description of my comic. I also got a list of comic shows for anybody that's interested in seeing the playlist of the comedy show. Jay Pharaoh. Oh my goodness. Jay Pharaoh is so extremely funny. That man can sit up there and do Eddie Murphy. He could do he does his type of comedy is impressions. He's good with impressing and impersonating people, and he does the best. He does the best Obama. He does the best. What is the other one? Denzel Washington, Chris Rock, Chris Tucker. I mean, he. It's not pretty much a comedian that he can't do. So, but anyway, is there a comedian? Oh, D.L. Hughley. D.L. Hughley. You know what? D.L. Hughley was funny when he was kind of chunky. He was more funny when he was chunky. He didn't got a little bit too damn serious nowadays. It's more like he ain't even trying to be funny no more. Um, and then I mean, oh God, there's just so many comedians. I can't think of any. Is there anybody who you guys can think of? Boy, unless y'all are not into comedy, but yeah, I'm trying to think who were some of all of the other comedians. I mean, there was so many of them. But I will tell you this: I love each and every one of them. Tommy Davidson. Tommy Davidson was a comedian. You had Jim Carrey. Tommy Davidson. That was another. Yeah, I hate to say this, but Tommy Davidson got high off the hog. Yeah, he was one of them type of comedians. You could hear him do excellent impressions, but as his career got older, he thought he was the creme de la creme, and then he kind of fell off. So, but you have comedians that's like that. But I can tell you, I watch each and every comedian out there. There's not a comedian out there that I probably have not seen. I've seen Dion. I've seen Brucey Bruce. I did. Oh, and the most recent one is Lavelle Crawford. How many of y'all remember Lavelle Crawford? Lavelle is Lavelle is another one of them comedians that got one of them big old pop eyes. He got them big old buck eyes that you have to look at him and be like, So anyway, guys, don't forget to go ahead and click like and subscribe. You know the channel. It's the Queen of Radio. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you'll be notified. Every time you hit the notification bell, it lets you know when I'm going on live. And that way you don't have to worry about going into the archives or looking at the show list. And again, giving the likes up or giving a thumbs up, it puts me in rotation. That's what that thumbs up means. It puts me in rotation with all of the other videos that is up there for people who do live videos. So I want you guys, it's not going to be long because I just been extremely busy today, and the queen is getting kind of tired. I'm doing, you know what I'm doing? I got too many hats going on right now. And then I'm trying to get myself moved. I'm trying to get into the doctor's chair, and then I'm trying to help with my caseload because you guys have been sending the caseloads of police brutality cases that you want the Queen Bee team to look at. Before the Queen Bee team can take any type of case, we have the case has to go under what we call a case evaluation. We just don't automatically take a case just because the case is there. Now, if we can't take the case, then we would also refer the case out. So we have a channel called the Queen Bee Team 1000 where the contents is a lot more serious. You'll find there contents like the Black Panthers, the NFAC, Grandmaster Jay. You'll find all of that on that channel. So for the Queen of Radio, we try to keep it with comical type stuff and musical stuff. So you'll find that right here. And you know what? I got a lot of topics that I cannot wait to share with you guys. My next video is going to be talking about Michael Jackson. I'm going to tell y'all something. Um, I'm going to tell y'all something about Michael Jackson that probably what the rest of the world did not pay attention to. I truly believe that a lot of our celebrities that have passed away, I believe they kind of passed away by default. And I'm going to get into that. I'm going to do a special show. Um, I think I got a nice little to drop everybody about Michael, anybody has paid attention to. So I'm going to definitely want you guys to be looking out for that, because I'm not only going to be talking about Michael Jackson. This same thing is also going. I'm going to be speaking on the same type of situation with Prince and Rick James. I'm going to tell you, all of these celebrities that has passed away of heart failure. I'm going to tell y'all something that I personally noticed, because y'all know I'm nosy as hell. I'm going to bring that to the surface, and we're going to have an open dialogue about what I have basically noticed, and did some behind. Y'all know I do a lot of behind the scene type stuff to try to find out if there is some type of connecting point. And I truly believe, after I did my little connecting points, I believe that there may have been an ingredient that Michael Jackson, Rick James, and Prince, and all the ones who have died of a heart failure, I think there is some type of connecting point. But I'm not going to get off into the music today. We're all talking about the different types of comedians. The different types of comedians that, and well, we started off talking about the ones that wear dress. So I've given you a little bit of history about Flip Wilson, and we chopped it up a little bit about the comedians. So if I'm going to get ready and get out of here, I'm not going to hold you guys long. Unless you guys got something that you want to share. If there's something that you want to share, talk about, discuss, this is the time. Come on into the chat room. Don't be scared. Um, Talk about your favorite comedian. Which one is the best in your opinion? Because I got to tell you guys, I love them all. I absolutely love all of the comedians, and I support each and every one of them. Now Deborah is in the chat room, and she says hello everyone, and I think she's talking to everyone across the globe. The ones who are too shy, they're too shy to come in. And she says beautiful pictures of Geraldine, and that she says yes, Lavelle makes me laugh when I see him. Lavelle is just, Lavelle is in a class all by himself. He's not afraid. He's not afraid to take that microphone to the next level. And I don't know if you guys, he recently did a skit, a comic skit about Jada Pinkett, and I must admit, it just really, he took it to the floor. And he has this way of snorkeling with his nose, like he have a breathing problem. That makes it even more funny. And then, like I said, you got Brucey Bruce. I think I saw Brucey Bruce. And it's another comedian that's coming to the platform. And I think he's gonna be the next Bill Cosby. I don't know if you guys have seen Shirley King. Shirley King is he I hate to say this, but Shirley King is a young man with an old spirit. He got Bill Cosby just all in him. And we have what is that other comedian that I saw? Oh, Trey Moore. Trey Moore. Trey Moore is also a new comedian that has came out, and he is funny. He's funny as hell too, with that little puppet. But the only time I see Trey Moore is when he is on Facebook. You got to be on Facebook in order basically to see him. Now he might be on Twitter or Instagram or the other ones, but I haven't seen him on anything else other than Facebook. So Trey Moore has this little ghetto. It's called the little ghetto puppet, and he makes this little ghetto puppet talk, and she is so ghetto, and he makes it really truly funny. So like I said, I support all of my comedians. I support them all. So if you guys don't have anything else that you want to share, then I'm going to get up and get ready to get out of here because it's even getting late for me. So I'm going to say thank you guys. Thank you. And keep coming back, okay? Like I said, if you don't have anything else, then we're going to play some exit music. And I'm just going to say, I'll see you over the top. And let me pull up my getting off of the out of the way music if I can find it. This is my band, y'all. If you ever decide to come see the Sapphire Blue Notes, this is the music that we will be playing for my Blue Notes. But until then, I will be seeing you hopefully very soon. I bid you all peace, love, and deuces.
Premiumbeat.com. 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 Premiumbeat.com.